take a look at the powerful toolbar found in the project window of Nuendo 7. Our toolbar is always accessible directly above the project window, and we could click on a tool to select it, or you could hit the numeric keys above the QWERTY keyboard, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. The toolbar can always be accessed by right mouse clicking anywhere on your project window. I prefer to use an extended toolbar, which can be turned on by default in Preferences by going to Editing, to Tools, and unchecking Pop-up Toolbox. With this toolbox, you get the tool label plus context-sensitive menu functions, which are handy, especially working across multiple screen systems. If you wanted to go back to the mini toolbar, just hold down a Control key and right-click, and you could toggle back and forth between the two sets of toolbars. The primary tool that people will use is the Object Selection tool, and this has multiple uses. One is you could just simply move events. If you want the event to be snapping to a particular time frame, let's say if we're in bars and beats, to move directly to a bar, we could enable snap here, and you could turn snap on or off by hitting the letter J on your computer keyboard. So now when I snap, it'll only go to the bar. Or if I wanted to go to a beat, I could select beat, adjust the snap like that. Or just by hitting the J key, I could turn the snap off and freely place the event where I want. Anytime I select an event here, we get 5 different handles. I get an upper center handle, which will allow me to adjust the clip gain. And we may notice that in the info line, we could adjust the clip gain here or directly from the info line. So either way accomplishes the same thing. If I wanted to do fades, I could do a fade in by taking my left corner handle and being able to just drag that across. If I want to double click, I could edit the fade. I could use kind of a stereotypical fade presets, or if I want to make my own and store that as a preset, I could do that. My upper right hand corner will allow me to do fade outs just like easily. Same principle. My bottom handles can have different modes. We have 3 different modes with our sizing tool, and we could toggle back and forth between these modes, and you'll see that the cursor will change just by hitting the 1 key above your QWERTY keyboard. So our normal sizing would allow us to say, okay, I don't want to have that, I don't want to hear the beginning of this event, or I just want to trim the ending of that particular event. If I change it to sizing moves events, let me just get rid of some of the fades to make it a little easier to see. So I hit the 1 key again. We go into our secondary mode, the sizing moves contents. And this way I could say I want the beginning of that event to fall right there. Or I need the ending of the sound effect to fall directly there. The third mode is really handy, called Sizing Applies Time Stretch. So if I just simply say I need this event to start here and end there, it'll time compress or expand that file to automatically fit within that length. Now there's some alternate modes using some tool modifiers that are really handy. If I wanted to split this clip, I could hold down the Alt key and click, and now that event is split. If I wanted to make copies of a particular event, if I go to the lower right-hand corner, at this point I could just, you'll see that it turns into a pencil tool by holding down the Alt or Option key and just dragging across. I can make copies just that quickly. One of my favorite functions is when we hold down the Alt and Shift key. This would allow us to slide the audio within the event itself. And this comes in handy if I wanted to have just even this will work across multiple tracks. So if I just come here, I could say, okay, let's just move this down. If I want to constrain the direction, if I start to move it down, I could hold down my command on a Mac, and that way it won't shift in time. And now if I wanted to select multiple events and hold down Alt plus Shift, we could just simply do this. And again, we could have this automatically conform with the fade-ins for each of the clips as well. So very, very simple. And again, you have your unlimited levels of undo directly on the main project window.